I know. I know. Shh. It's okay. It's alright. I know you miss them. I miss them too. But it's gonna be okay, okay? It's gonna be all alright. I swear it's gonna be okay. No. I don't think they'd be disappointed with who you are now. They would never. They're not that type of person. You know they loved you just as much as you loved them. Yeah, you've made mistakes, but we all do that. We all make mistakes, and it's okay. We make mistakes so that you can learn from them and improve and learn to not make that mistake again. You made bad choices, yes, but who hasn't? Even history's greatest people make big mistakes. They sometimes make mistakes costing hundreds of lives, thousands maybe. We all make mistakes. We all make bad choices, and behind every bad choice, there's a reason for it. I think there's a justifiable reason for why they did that. Whatever wrongs that you might have done don't make you a bad person. They don't. I promise you. I promise you that. There's so many good parts to you that, and just because you've made some wrong choices, you've made some mistakes, doesn't mean the good parts of you don't exist. You're full of good intentions and actions, and your good heart is beating right in your chest. And I've always known that. You are a good person at heart. Sometimes you might have miscommunicated it. Sometimes you might have decided to take the wrong action. Sometimes you might not have been able to get your point across. But deep down, I know that you're a good person, and you deserve to live. They know that you are a good person too. And they always try to show you how much they appreciated you for it. Remember? You can't have the good without the bad. Life's like a roller coaster, you know? That's what they all say. There's a good, there's up, and there's the downs. It's just the way life is. And the same way that you loved them despite everything they were going through, didn't they do the same for you? They knew you for who you truly were, and still are. And all it did was make them even more proud of you. Proud for sticking around in spite of all of it. In spite of everything they were going through. In spite of everything that you were going through as well. You're alive, and that means you're doing enough. You're doing enough to be alive. Every single day that you survive, they'll be proud of you for it. And I'll be proud of you for doing that too. It's a pity. It's a shame. It's a shame that they aren't here with us anymore. It's the worst thing in the world. I know that. I know that feeling too. I know that all too well, actually. I wish they were still here with us, but I'm not trying to justify, suicide. I mean, it's not good, but things happen, and sometimes things happen that are outside of control. I mean, yeah, sometimes things happen that are outside of control, like no matter how much you try to control them, or try to prevent them, sometimes we can't do that. It's it's a limitation of being human, I guess. That's how I like to think about it. But I know if they're still here, they'd say the same thing as I am right now. They'd want you to stay alive. You're going to figure out things eventually. I know you will. It doesn't have to be done by all tonight. You can figure out things for a week, for a month, for a year, maybe a few years. To be honest, whoever has their things sorted out. I know for me, like, in every stage of my life, there's always something going on. And I guess for the rest of my life, there will be things going on in my life that I'll have to tend to. I guess there's not much space for rest in life in general. But I know that you'll move past from this event. I know you'll be in a better place, I guess, in the near future. I know you got this. And even if you don't figure out things, that doesn't mean you matter less. You do matter, regardless of your mistakes, or regardless of anything, really. You're human. I'm human. They were human. Everyone is human. That's why you deserve to be loved. You deserve to live for being human. That's how I like to think about it. Again, you don't need to share my opinions, but I think being human is enough justification to live. It's enough justification for why people should live and not die, no matter what they have done. I think people can be rehabilitated eventually. The space you occupy on this planet isn't a burden or a waste. You're good just as you are. I don't think they're a terrible person for what they did. Things got too much for them. Everyone's going through, well, especially in this age, I guess, a lot of people have depression, or they're going through sad things, or there's nihilism, and people get existential. School can be very stressful. I understand. I was in school not so long back. I still am in school, but as in high school. But I know I feel my peers in school. They were stressed out too. It's not just academics, It's not just always about the homework that's giving you stress. It could be your classmates, It could be your peers, your teachers. There's a lot of things. And it might not even be school, to be honest. There might be things going outside of life, like your family, your parents. They might be a source of burden to you. You might think that you're a liability for them. There's just a lot of things that goes on in everyone's life. And I guess that's why they did it. They couldn't handle the pressure. That's no excuse for them to, it's not an excuse, but I guess it kind of justifies why they did it. Even then, I hope I can be here for you before things, get too much for you. Even if somehow one day we stop talking to each other, or we never see each other again, I want you to know that I'd be so grateful if you are alive, to know that you're alive. Not for anyone else, not for me, and not for them, but for yourself. You cannot, if you want to be a strong person, you can't always rely on other people. You can't bet your survival on other people because, you can't guarantee that people aren't going to leave. You need to learn for yourself. You need to learn to live for yourself. You need to learn what makes you passionate, and that will drive you to live. It will give your life meaning. That's how you live for yourself. And you deserve it. You deserve to stay alive. I mean it. I know that saying things will be okay is kind of, cringy and also ineffectual. They're just words after all. But I believe in my heart that things will look up for you one day. And I hope my goodwill and intentions will also be a part of that motivation to keep you going forward in life, in the future. Even if some days it doesn't feel like you can do much more than just breathe, no one will blame you. Actually, that's not true. People will blame you. People, they might blame you. But if they blame you, then you just need to find better friends, more understanding people to understand your situation. Whatever those breaths mean, and even if they hurt like hell, it's alright. They mean they're proof that you're alive, that you're breathing. When you cry, not out of pity for something or someone, but instead because you can't help asking why you're living like this. I hope you know you don't have to feel like that. You don't deserve to feel like that. And I hope that you believe that these bitter days of crying alone will prove to be beautiful days of life. Because these are the days where, against all the odds, and even facing everything that you have to face, you fought through it. Every day you spent crying is another day that you choose to stay alive. You should be proud of yourself for making it through so far. You might feel pathetic for being in such a sorry state, for not being who you were before all this happened, but the reality is you're facing a lot, you're going through a lot. There's a reason why you're in such a sorry state, I guess. There's a reason for everything, really. And that's fine, because it's fine to be weak. I know not everyone may understand, but I will. I promise you, I will understand. I'll do my best to understand. Okay? I promise you I'll understand. I'll be here if you need anyone to talk to. It's gonna be alright, okay? Because sometimes in life, this is gonna be, you might not like to hear this, but I think struggling is one of the most beautiful things in life. Because it's the struggle that makes it beautiful. I mean, if nothing was fought without pain or hardship or tears, then there's no beauty to it, there's no value to it, if you understand what I'm trying to say. And I hope that before you realize it, your life will actually become pretty alright, if not great. I promise you it will happen one day. You're a good person. I know. Anytime you feel that things are awful, please please remember that the most beautiful thing in the world is that moment. That moment when you're so desperately fighting to keep living despite everything. That moment, you don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that you don't deserve to die. You deserve to live. If you can't do anything, take a break. Don't think of anyone else or anything else. Or you can seek help. You can talk to someone that you trust. And if there's no one around you in the immediate area, then you can always go online. You can go on the hotline, or you can find Discord servers that are built for that purpose. Though I can't understand what they truly mean at that time, I know they'll know that those breaths mean that you're willing to stick around. They hope that you do. They love you so, so much, and they'll be so proud of you if you do. They'll be happy. They'll be smiling in heaven, looking down on you, and they'll be happy. It's okay. It's gonna be alright, okay? Shh. It's gonna be alright. You've done a really good job. You've done a really good job for making it so far. You're gonna be alright. I know it. You deserve to live, okay? Good. That's good. Hi everyone, so I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you guys are thinking, or you guys are in a bad spot, please don't hesitate to reach out to anyone, or, call the suicide hotline, even though it might not be that good, because I've heard people complain about it before in the past. So maybe you'll find better luck in like a Discord server that is offering to help, but even then that's kind of, I don't know, but you should try to reach out to someone always before you do anything, and I hope that you don't reach that point. But yeah, the reason why I'm talking after the audio is because I'm actually reaching 1,000 subscribers. So, thank you everyone. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I didn't think I'd get 1,000 subscribers, so it's crazy. So yeah, I guess we had to celebrate, right? So I'm planning to do a Q&A session. So if you guys have any questions for me, you can just leave the questions in the comments, whether it's on Reddit or on YouTube. Leave a comment with all your questions, and I'll answer at least one question from everyone. You can put more questions than you can put as many questions as you want. But yeah, so see you, and looking forward to your questions, of course. Yeah, see you guys, and thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. Oh my god, oh, that's crazy. Can you believe it? Because I cannot. Okay, bye guys. Have a good day or good night.